Or any outcome is possible. We're talking about Mooncatchers. And Didzis' experience with Mooncatchers against Wall City, the surprise team from this year's Elite Division in the men's. And Didzis, literally anything could happen. We're so excited for this game.
Literally anything could happen. This game decides which team will move immediately to the quarterfinal without playing a crossover game. So if the Mooncatchers win the game, they go to the quarterfinal without the playover. But if the Wall City wins the game, it's like a pretty rough situation in the pool.
We'll get the calculators out then.
Yeah. There's like a Kuz with a single loss, a Wall City with a loss, and the Moons as well then. So this is a game everyone is excited today about.
Yes, and both these teams like peaking this season, but not necessarily consistently, and that makes it so exciting. Wall City lost to Red Bulls, and they lost heavily to Red Bulls, 15-5.
It was like 10-point game as well. I heard from the Moon side it was 6-5, and then they lost 15-5.
That's amazing.
All right, Sofian with the opening pull, a big one.
Huge arcing disc across the Brugge sky here at Tom's Tourney in this open division game. Wall City in black, Mooncatchers in white. It's Germany versus Belgium. Hot play and an immediate big dish over, and it's a turnover. First pass off the line. Straight away, Wall City walk towards the disc, satisfied with their defensive pressure. They pick up quickly. So Mooncatchers looking for a way through the Wall City defense.
To Latvian connection right there. A quick pick call. Toms Albeltinj with the disc.
Yeah, and Oloskis in the 49 shirts.
Yesterday's birthday boy.
Salas Spills representing here, both in the commentary booth and on the field. The Belgian team very pleased with their two Latvian pickups in a World's year. Albertinch spins back to Oloskis. Oloskis looking for any throw. The wind picks up and just causes a little bit of breeze. They hammered over the top. Two-handed grab in the corner. What a play!
Sofian with a massive layout for the first point of the game. And that's a break for the Moons.
Yeah, Moon marching up there, putting a pressure on that first. And a clean defensive score. Spicy spiraling hammer from Oloskis here.
That was definitely a spicy throw, but the catch so close to the ground. Let's see the replay.
So he was leaning back as well. It wasn't a great position, but the receiver there getting low.
Sofian with the opening point on this game. Wow.
So Sofian Bontempe.
Yes.
The number 9 shirt with the score.
Nice to see from the Moons starting the game off strong. It seems like the coach PA knows what he's doing, setting up very strong lineups at the beginning of the game to get that early lead. And the Sofian once again with a spinning pull.
Yeah, he's arcing that disc through the Bruges sky. A clear day again after a stunning start to Tom's Tourney here. The
gate on.
Big grab had to come quickly from Phil Kay, and Phil Kay opens up the arm, spotted the deep threat, but nothing that the fast legs of Vlad Basov could do to make up the ground. Oloskis was in close attention as well, and he stays with the disc now as Diekman.
Orlovskis calling the stack closer.
Diekman marking Orlovskis. Flat, accurate pass. Deep shot going down. Bontempo again. Oh, brings it in.
Dan to Sofian for the back-to-back points on the Sofian.
Incredible work. Sofian Bontempo just accelerating towards the disc. The deep shot game here from the Mooncatchers D-line is devastating Wall City. 2-0 start.
What Wall City did in Bologna, it seems like they're tasting some of their own medicine on the deep shots. At the moment, so far, it looks like 2 breaks on the Mooncatchers side. Very strong start. I think we will still see some zone as well from the Moon side as well later in the game.
Dan Demare with the assist there. There was no opportunity for the defence to get anywhere near that disc. It was hard, flat, low, arcing around the defence. No hang. There's no, wasn't taking it above his head. Great work from the Moon.
Sofian with the third straight point and another massive pull.
So he's pulled and scored every point so far. He's having a great game out here. Oh,
and another
turn to the Moon. Wall City, having won the elite invite in Bologna to kick off their season in exceptional style, surprising the division. It wasn't a clean journey there, but they did great work. Demare again.
Let's see what Dan will do.
Finds a gap through, but it's Van der Brugge into the corner, and 3 points on the row, 3 breaks in a row. Mooncatchers flying high.
Gate on up the line, back to Dan. And Mooncatchers 3 breaks to nothing. Wow, what a start.
Well, we've got a question now, is how long will it be before the Mooncatchers offensive line hits the field? They're going to have to go and do another warm-up soon.
Well, if it works, it ain't broken. I think coach is loving it. Not making a lot of players run because it's a long tournament. If this is what it will look like, I don't know what the Wall City will do. Like, soon timeout should be called.
Yeah, Gaten Van der Brugge with the assist. Good work down that sideline, just floats it forward, and the continuation cut from Dan Demare into the corner. He threw the assist for that second point, and using that quick turn of pace. Mooncatchers, the team from Brussels. And Didzis, you've been playing with Moon this year, suffering with an ankle injury at the moment, which means we're lucky enough to have you in our commentary booth. But give us a little bit of a background on what this team is like to play with.
This team is super explosive. As you can see, the same lineup, fourth point in a row. Sofian with another massive pull. And the offense will start from the back of the end zone. I think he touched the disc.
He did touch the disc, trying to stop the roll. Oh, no, maybe he didn't. He's going to walk it forward, but
it seems like no one is arguing about it. A split stack from the Wall City side, so let's see. The boys are recognizing it. Wow.
Deep in the end zone, a lot of pressure here. Metzger with the disc for Wall City. Bringing it forward now. Basov spins it across to Heinrichs. On the sideline now, Phil Kay. And back around to Greenwald.
A big call.
Wall City do have a few Americans, including Hartley Greenwald, with the disc, but they were very keen to point out that these are Berlin residents. They are expats that are living in the city and have been. They've brought their experience into the Berlin side of Wall City. And they will be traveling back to the USA to play in Cincinnati. Very much residents of Berlin. In fact, everybody that's playing with Wall City is a resident of the city of Berlin. So geographical regular practices, part of the strength that this unit brings together.
Mooncatchers with a very good defensive pressure on the Wall City.
Dan Demare there just jolting around, trying to prevent Hartley Greenwald getting free. Did a great job for the first 3 jinks, but eventually did manage to wriggle free. Heinrich sends the big disc downfield. It's going to hang, but is it going to hang long enough? No, it does not. Aaron Wolf chasing and disappointed to see it drop into the grass.
Previously, they were forcing every deep shot right on Orlovskis, and the only runner who went past him, they went for it, but a bit too much muscle on that one, and Orlovskis will pick it up. Mooncatchers with one of their set plays. Let's see if they will manage to score their 4th break in a row.
Orlovskis, one of those double threat players, deadly with the disc, but such good wheels as well. Can't leave him go under.
Such a heavy flick on this guy.
Albertinch again, starting at the back with the Latvians. Finding a gap through the middle. There's going to be some pressure underneath this, and very well read, very well dealt with, almost dealt with. Dandamare using the opportunity, the fluffed defense from Wall City. They flick it over the top. Oh, Loskis with the grab. It's another point for Mooncatchers. This time they were forced, another clean break for Mooncatchers. Is there anything Wall City can do?
It was such an intense pressure on defense. How Dan came down with the disc there, insane. After that, a quick scooper to the Orlovskis, and the Mooncatchers with their timeout chant. 4 breaks to start off the game. Wow.
This is huge, isn't it? So Hartley Greenwald, you saw Dandamare there, but Hartley Greenwald had position on that disc. Didn't catch it, just tried to knock it away, but when you knock the back edge of a disc like that, it can often just pop up and float, and that's exactly what happened. Orlovskis, both ends of the field, handling at one end, scoring at the other. The Mooncatchers doing well. Arvid Orlovskis with a goal and an assist, and Dandamare leading the stats at the moment. 2 assists and a goal for him.
I think last time when I played with the Moons, it was like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. Dan injured his shoulder, so he was questionable for this tournament, but so far leading the game with the 3 stats. Wall City with the timeout. Moons up 4-0. Wow. Plus it was quite interesting because both Latvians, Toms and Arvids, are playing the handler position. Toms is definitely not known for his handling, but Moons are asking him to do handling, so he's fitting quite well into this position, I would say. It's from my side, it's super nice to see Toms unlocking some new areas in the game, and Moons, it seems like finally they're changing up the lineup. The only person who's staying from the previous lines are Dan and Orlovskis, and we have a five new man squad on the field for the Moons.
So this often happens after the D-line have had a roll, is that eventually you get your O-line out there just to play some D, because otherwise they get cold. They've warmed up, probably finished their warm-up 15 minutes ago now. They are.
According, yeah, could be about right.
But there are, Orlovskis is back out there again. Is this the O-line, or is this?
This is still the D-line, but with some offensive presence.
Okay, a mixed bag for Moon. On the sideline now, Wall City with Dickman. Metzger flicks it across the field to Wolf. Good reset. Greenwald now looks downfield, no options available. Moon marking them all out. Now gets a cross-field pass into the hands of Phil Kay. Moving it down. Dickman again.
All right, this looks way better for the Wall City.
Metzger got Wolf available. Resets it back into the hands of Kay. Again, Moon pressure taking options away. Downfield is being swept up. Wolf.
Yeah, it seems like Wall City's moving back with the disc.
Greenwald keeping his feet in and doing well to do so. Again, Wolf spreading the play now. Low catch required from Metzger. Lutz upfield, nothing there. Again, marked out well by Moon. They're having to work hard, and eventually the Moon pressure pays off. It's a turnover. The fast advancing Gaten van der Broek got the assist earlier in the game, and quick feet. Mooncatchers with a chance to take 5 breaks in a row at the start of this tournament, but that's the first turnover from this D-line, giving it back to Wall City. They're advancing now. There's a deep option, a threat downfield from Vlad Basov, but doesn't get sent, and now the arm does get opened up. The target man is Dickman, but it's read well by Orlovskis, who brings the disc down.
Yeah, Raf Yonkers give Orlovskis a thumb up for the heads-up play on the poach there. So let's see if they will once again look for the Raf Yonker for a deep option, because he is deadly.
Yeah, Raf Yonkers, one of the 2 Yonkers brothers. Ben not playing for Mooncatchers this season.
He is playing
He is playing when he's not here.
He's not here due to a reason that he's hosting nationals for a field hockey tournament.
Interesting.
Yeah, some study stuff, but he will be back for the windmill with the club. So shout out Benji.
Hauczynski. A little bit of hand on the back action from Metzger there as he approached the disc, and it's a turnover. Getting into the head maybe. Down the line, Metzger's got it once more. Looks across, looks down the line again. Wolf was there, Greenwald was cutting. Resets back. Spreads the play. Phil Kay. Better work from Berlin. Now Wall City knocking on the door of Basov, looking for a way through. Moon doing so effective. Hartley, Greenwald just lurks towards the front cone. Not really a cut so much. Oloskis looking a bit tired. He's done a lot of work in that point. And that's the first point on the board for the team from Germany. It's 4-1 here. Yeah,
Wall City opens up the game, but you can definitely feel the 5th point on some of the Mooncatcher D-line players. For example, Dan and Orlovskis. So can't blame the guys, can't blame the guys. They had their option. 2 turnovers from the Mooncatchers in this point as well. But let's see the first point of the Mooncatchers offense.
Yeah, Arvid Zavloskis has got the full set of stats. 1 score, 1 assist, 1 block, and 1 turnover.
Well,
I've not seen that before.
I'm not surprised that he's getting a lot of touches, knowing his name around the European ultimate scene. So let's see, Wall City with one of their first pull of the game for the Wall City. Let's see if they can hit the end zone. All right, pull goes up, looks really good, a bit floaty. PJ with the disc. He said hi to his family and kids, so hi kids, hi family.
Mooncatchers.
John off the line.
Beekmans played for the Netherlands.
He's one of the best players I have ever seen, to be honest. Number 3 on the Moon's side. Crazy. John Beckmans.
Yeah, Beckmans was one of the players for the Netherlands in Heidelberg under 24s. Remember a couple of very spicy hammers.
He's a very high-flying dude, so. Mueller
to
going
Messmaker,
deep.
Downfield and into the end zone for the Moon. Clean hold for their offensive line. 5-1 the score.
5-1 indeed. Matthew Mueller with the point for the Mooncatchers. 5-1. I think for the Moons, the game plan is so far so good. But let's see what they will do on the defense. Let's see if they will have some adjustments or not.
Well, what a start to this game. Myself, Tom Stiles, alongside Didzis Maldaris, covering the action here from Tom's Tourney in the sunshine of Bruges, as this men's division, it could throw up anything. There's some really interesting scores of some really interesting teams. Yesterday, Pelt beat Grutz, and people were a little bit surprised. And there was a big win as well. And then after that, Grutz beat Chevron.
That was insane, because I heard that Grutz only have like 10 players playing.
It's quite a short line, yeah. Quite a short line. Wall City losing to Red Bulls by 10 points, but beating Jet Set. They need to beat Mooncatchers here. And at the moment, Moon looking like the better side. Dan DeMar not misreading that, going a little bit underneath, taking the short option. And Wall City with a chance to bang in their offense, skips forward, doesn't get into the end zone, looking for a space through. There's a shot over the top. Greenwald not prepared to take the risk.
Good job by the Mooncatchers stopping the flow right beside the end zone.
Metzger trying to jump it in. He's been called out though quickly, resetting the play. Couldn't quite milk it in. The throw from Greenwald was good, but not quite good enough. Backing reset to Metzger. Metzger looking back to Wolf.
Very nice job from the Mooncatchers defense to stop
Float
the flow.
Across the top, big throw. There's lots of space there. Now the reset back across. This is good lateral movement from Wall City, but they need the penetrating final disc. Greenwald on again on the front corner. It was a little bit behind the receiver, but it's well collected there. Is it Metzger? No, it's not Metzger. The eventual recipient. 15 shirts of Phil Kay for Wall City and a clean hold, but they did have to work for that.
Definitely. They moved close to the end zone with a couple of passes, which was quite quick, but Moons showed up right on the doorstep of their own end zone and put some pressure on, forced them to swing it around. So, very nice point from both sides. So, Moons are leading 5-2 against the Wall City now. So, let's see the second offensive point from the Moon side.
Yes, a cracker of a game. At the moment, it looks like Moon is going to take this one. So let's have a quick look at what that means in terms of the pool.
If Moons wins this game, they already advance to the quarterfinal.
Yes, I think they win the pool and they go straight in.
Yeah.
But for Wall City,
that means they will have to play a crossover game. So that means they will have 4 games today as well as yesterday.
As well as yesterday. That's a tough ask for any team. Mooncatchers opens up the big spiraling hammer. There's going to be some pressure underneath it, and there is, but it's just brushed off. Throws the deep shot downfield. It's going to be near that fence, but it's caught inside the field. The fast cut.
John Backmans with that big grab on the hammer from the Yonkers. And after that, it's my man in the end zone, Andrew, number 25, with the 6th point on the board for the Moons, 6-2.
Yeah, Beckman's grab under quite a lot of pressure there. Wall City had got across quickly to take the position, but couldn't get the hands on it. We
saw the Arvid's girlfriend as well, Laura. Hello, everyone from Latvia watching this as well. Shout out to you all. Mēs jūs mīlam. Much love for the Latvian viewers as well. But what a shot from the John straight into Andrew's hands.
Yeah, scampering forward, getting good separation there. Was it Andrew?
It wasn't Andrew, it was number 45, but...
Yeah, 45 not on our roster, so...
I think it was Andrew, but I might be wrong.
We might have got his... let's assume that the roster's wrong, but it was Andrew.
It wasn't Andrew.
It wasn't Andrew. Who was that?
You're not on the stat sheet. Christoph with a point.
Yeah, thank you, Christoph, just come over to tell us who he is. Next time, Christoph, have a chat with the boss. Make sure you're on the roster.
Well, I believe yesterday when I met him before the first game, he said he's not playing.
Oh,
but
well, he clearly is.
Turns out that Christoph is playing as well.
Amazing Moon Paul has left Wall City right at the back of the own end zone here. He's going to have to keep the feet in. It's called in. Everybody, including the Mooncatchers on the sideline, congratulating Phil Kay on good footwork there.
A quick scooper.
Get a flick back there. Options deep have been taken away. It's sort of a saggy...
A zony look from the Moon side.
It's unusual. Maybe you could tell us what this is.
I prefer not to tell all the details about it, but it is a bit of a zony look we have seen from most of the teams who have put the zone on. Well, but it's something... We call it the Moon Special.
The Moon Special is working well here. It's a little bit saggy, it's a little bit one-on-one in the backfield. It's taking away options, and now it's gone to a straight one-to-one. This time, Slur sends it across to the far side. There's space, but there's a high-rising defender who takes 2 grabs at that one and brings it down. You can't put the disc up with the Mooncatchers around. Oloskis now threatening deep. There's a fast cut going, but he sets to the center of the field. Going to the corner again, still lots of space deep. Now coming down this far channel. Resetting through the handlers, still the threat field present. Oloskis back with it. Dandemar goes down the far wing. A great expansive throw to Bontempe.
Sofiane looking for the options. Big hammer goes up.
Oloskis.
Oh my days!
It's Oloskis with the flying hammer grab for the score. It's another break to Mooncatchers.
Sheesh! This man is showing up today. Arvid Orlovskis, after his birthday yesterday, going up to his girl, just giving her a high five. Wow, what a big grab on the big stage.
Let's just be clear, this turf, although it looks green, it's rock hard. There hasn't been any rain here for weeks and weeks. And the fact that it's green is it's the last couple of days of it being green. Very, very tough surface to lay out on. Let's hope Oloskis has removed any skin with that one. So look at that again, had to go early, but got two hands to it.
For the safety. Mooncatchers, hammers are working for them. Dan, hard defense on the break side, and you can see clearly on the score sheet it's 7-2. Wow. I'm pretty sure Wall City was not expecting this. Well, neither did I.
The conversion rate on defense, and this is what the coach Pierre was saying before the game, is that their defensive efficiency has been winning them games. And so far we can see that. Of the 6 opportunities they've had, they've converted 5 of them perfectly. There's just that chance where they gave it away twice, made Wall City work for it though. And the German team here from Berlin in the black shirts, out here in the Brugge sunshine of Tom's Tourney, have got their work cut out. They're down 5 against the Mooncatchers from Brussels in Belgium.
I think Moons are surprising the Wall City a lot, because either way, when they turn the disc over, it's like a couple of throws, a quick hammer, and you're already walking on the other side of the field for another offensive try.
And it's a disappointing throw from Wall. No one in that space. Moon with another option now. Quick start.
Dan asking for undercuts. Gets Uch.
Wojcinski over the top, into the hands of another receiver. Another point for Mooncatchers. The demolition of the Germans is continuing here. 8-2 to Mooncatchers.
Christoph with his second point. Not on the score sheet for us, but definitely a second point for the Christoph. If I'm not mistaken, he's from the Gentle school. I have seen him play on the Gentle side, but decided to take his talents to the Mooncatchers to help them out on Tom's. And so far, it's 8-2. Wow. Mooncatchers look super good, super calm, play by play, point by point. Green energy is just floating out of them as a whole unit.
They feel very, very confident as a side, don't they? And I've been impressed by the depth as well, Didzis. They don't feel like... they drew attention to sort of 4 or 5 big players when I talked to them, but a lot of the action has come from outside of those 4 or 5 big players.
Yeah.
Oloskis being maybe the exception with
well,
that huge crowd.
Technically, Orlovskis could count as a half Belgian player at this point. PA is definitely happy about what he's having. Saying hi to PA's wife. To the pilot, a lady who's becoming a pilot. Very lovely lady.
Yeah, PA, the coach of Mooncatchers.
Playing coach as well.
Oh, he's a player as well?
Yeah, he's player as well, but he told us that he will mostly focus on coaching in this tournament, but if it will be needed, he will put on his cleats as well.
That's awfully nice of him to say that. Greenwald gets Wall City going, and he's got the disc back now.
Another zony look for the Moons.
The Mooncatcher special rolls out again. No doubt there'll be some analysis online.
Definitely.
Greenwald waves the disc away. Diekman had come underneath, but wasn't the preferred option. There's an option. Diekman continuing his cut, going deep.
Moon switching to the man-to-man defense now.
Yeah. Greenwald, Abel Tinch marking. Goes low, gets the disc down. That's another disc that's just beyond the outstretched reach. Konrad Schlur, this time mistake with the throw. And is it this pressure from Moon that's building? Wall City throwing into tight window after tight window, and those mistakes just keep rolling through.
You can feel the energy on the Moon side as well. They're like floating as a whole unit, like one big family on the field. I love the energy from the sideline. It's definitely bringing some energy on the field as well for the players.
Benoit Spappens for Mooncatchers. Gets the man out of the way with the big fake and then finds a jolting throw through the middle.
BEL with the disc.
Keeping it moving now.
A lot of players were complaining about their sore legs before the game, but it seems like Sofian didn't quite had enough jump in his legs to get that one down, but let's see.
That would have been his. That would have been his
fourth point.
Fourth stat. So that would have been his 3rd point of the game if he'd brought that in. Sofian Bontemps.
So Moon special once again set up, but it seems like there's some sort of call. It seems like the double team was called previously.
So it looks like a pretty loose one-on-one mark in the deep field.
Yeah, pretty much forcing them to throw resets and just make the disc move around.
Yeah, they're happy to have the 3 handlers. There's always going to be a free handler. But then the downfield, things get a lot more tricky and a little more confusing as well. And so far, Wall City haven't found the code to unlock this Mooncatchers puzzle.
Wind is picking up as well. You can clearly feel it.
Those long shots being taken out of play. Kronecker on the far side. Greenwald goes quickly to the knees and prevents any throw. Mooncatchers doing well to avoid the contact. Basov. Phil Kay. Again, it's going to be through the reset. Kronecker available on the far side. He's the shot now. Has to go 2 hands low. Gets the fingers underneath the disc. Resets to the middle of the field where Basov awaits. They've made it to halfway. Another bit of pressure. Bakeman's now throws it low. It's not going to hang. It's just the wind pushes it down. Hartley Greenwald this time with the throwaway. It just needed to hang more than it did. And Mooncatchers with another opportunity did this.
A bit of an error on the throw there. It was very nice movement from the Wall City. A patience was almost paying off, but the last throw a bit too much into the wind.
Yeah, the wind catching it, but it would have been tight even if it had not been caught by the wind. And a touchback. Fingertips from Wolf. There's a discussion going on.
Wow, what an effort on the defense though. So let's see.
Great defense.
Well, it seems like it's almost stopped the rotation, but it didn't stop it fully. So I would say it was a very nice bid, but let's see what the players will talk about.
See it super slow-mo here. So there's a hand coming through the middle. Oh, I think he caught the disc. I think he caught the disc.
The rotation of the disc in the video was stopped, so usually that's a sign when you have a control of the disc. So, but it was super close.
It looked like the block came through the middle of his hands. Maybe he felt contact on his hands as he was closing them.
And the players are signaling it as a turnover. Good spirit by the Moon side.
Yeah, I think that's the right call on balance. Aaron Wolf with the huge block for Wall City, getting it back after that throwaway downfield. Wolf goes again. He's gone looking for the shot into the end zone, and that was great play from the 47 shirt of Konrad Schlur. Had a look over the shoulder to see what the position of the end zone was like, then got back to the eyes on the disc, caught through, score for Wall City.
Abeltinge almost had his fingertips on the disc there. Read the play, but a bit too short on the execution. But yeah, very nice defense from the Wall City to get the disc back next to the end zone, and quite easy point for them. It's 8-3, still Mooncatchers ahead by 5 points. I'm still taken away by this fact that it's already 5-point lead for the Moons.
Yeah, the 4 breaks to start this game, then 4 points of trading, and then 2 more breaks the way of the Belgian team, the team from Brussels. They've picked up a couple of big international superstars in the form of Arvid Zaloskis and Toms Abeltinch, and our commentary partner for today, Didzis Maldris, all coming from the Latvian side in Salaspils.
By the way, I'm happy to announce that for the Cincinnati for the Worlds, we have 2 American players, Johnny Bansfield and his roommate, Paul Artlers. So we will have 2 more American players joining us for Cincinnati, both from Chicago Machine. I think we have an exciting squad.
Very exciting. Ref Yonkers now spreads the play across to the far side of this field. Moon looking for a way through. It's Christian again.
PJ inside to Müller.
Finds the way through. Matteo Müller with a second point of the game. The 99 shirt.
Matthew Müller yesterday was on fire. The games I saw from the Moon side, he was the man. He was their deep shot target most of the time, man. Yeah, it's 9-3 for the Moons. To be honest, I don't see a way how the Wall City can stop them. It's definitely not the Wall City we saw in Bologna like 3 weeks ago.
So you were in Bologna at the start of the year, did this?
No, I wasn't there, but I watched most of the games online. You know, study the game. I like to watch the game and see what other teams are doing. I am not a big fan stepping on the field against the opponent I don't know. I like to get some information about the players, what they like to do as a team as well. So it's interesting to see these players in the real life as well, not just from the TV screen.
And you've been live blogging your weekend here at Tom's Tourney. Is your first experience at Tom's Tourney?
Yeah, this is my first Tom's Tourney as well, and of course I'm doing a vlog. You can follow me on YouTube. It's Didzis Malderis. Shout out to everyone who supports me.
So it's Didzis Malderis.
Yes,
Didzis Malderis. There you go. Follow him along. He's doing some great work, and love the energy here on the commentary alongside myself, Tom Stiles, for this Wall City versus Mooncatchers. And Wall City going round the handlers, working their way around the Mooncatchers' special defence. Hartley Greenwald's in a much more advanced position for the team here, but once the disc arrives in his hand, they stifling defence, preventing further forward passes. This is better from Wall City. Metzger now trying to find a way through, gets it back to Wolf. Wolf at the front corner, Greenwald rates, and there he is with a clean hold. Much better from Wall City.
You can see some of the Mooncatcher players holding their hands up like, what happened? How did they go through? A bit of a miscommunication on the defense, but very good job on the Wall City capitalizing on it. They already had a couple of throws before, like 2 or 3 guys in end zone with their hands wide open asking for a pass, but looked out good. It's 8-4 now for the Mooncatchers still, but Wall City, they're definitely finding their game now. Took some time, but let's see how they could put defensive pressure on the Moon's offense, who's been perfect so far. I believe we haven't seen a single turnover on the Moon's offense.
Yeah, they've not seen very much of the field, the Mooncatchers offense.
All right, so Wall City with a big pull. Arthur Fella with the disc. Andrew on the break mark.
Big bid comes in from Heinrichs. Has to pick himself off the ground. Aczynski spreads the play to the center of the field, looking for options. They're non-arriving, and a call brings the disc back.
A bit of a side stack from the Moons. Opening field on the break side.
Aczynski again. Good pressure from Wall City, taking away that first option, but not the second one. Big arms, spread. Ref Yonkers
to PJ.
Across the far side. Down the field, Aczynski just on the edge of the end zone here. There's an option to spread it. He's have to go back.
Hammer
to the corner, and it just slips out of the hands there. Couldn't quite contain it.
It seems like Yonkers didn't want to go for the layout. Already some bruises on his knees and elbows from the previous weekend of the Belgium Mixed Nationals, which Mooncatchers, by the way, won. First time in the club history. Interesting fact about them as well. And let's see, Wall City will try to get their first break of the game. That was the first turnover for the Moon's offense.
Yeah, it was quite an unusual thing. We've not seen that so far.
I think they have caught so far all the hammers. This was the first hammer drop. All right, disc in, 3, 2, 1.
I'm just trying to
Oh, wow, nearly a Callahan.
38 minutes of this game gone. It's an hour-long game, and pretty much, with the one exception, as soon as the hooter goes, it's game over. So that 5-point margin, with the time running so low, is going to start getting very slow. Incredible grab. Heinrichs keeping the disc alive, sends it deep. Can it stay alive? It is, and it's a point for Wall City. Marv with the goal in the other end, and that's the first. Is that the first time we've seen a break back for Wall City?
Ricky Hendricks with a layout catch, immediately sends it deep, and that's the 4th point for the Wall City, and that's a break.
Yeah, maybe this game isn't going to continue the way it's been going so far.
Well, for the Wall City, it will take some courage to come back and take some character to come back in this game against the Moons. But it's doable. Everything is possible in the sports, right, Tom?
Everything is happening. That's why we love live sport. It's just so unpredictable.
Exactly.
9-5 is the score. Mooncatchers from Brussels in Belgium against Wall City. Wall City in the black. Wall City from Berlin, Germany. The long, powerful put. Is it going to stay in? If it stays in, this is an absolute dream of a pull, but it doesn't quite. Just slips out. That looked like it was curving back, but it was always going with the wind into that far corner.
Super close. If that would stay in, I think Mooncatchers would have almost like a problem.
So Mooncatchers' offensive line, having turned over in the previous point, their first turnover of the game, is starting to have to answer some questions. Can they find those answers? Ashinsky darting round, quick cuts. Yeah, ref Yonkers is in the middle, but not able to get free. Wall City's defensive pressure starting to pay. Lots of quick cuts, lots of quick movement, but no availability for those passes. Ashinsky to Yonkers. Yonkers high grab, sends it deep. Christoph Phillips with his 3rd point of the game. The young man having an absolute stormer out here for Mooncatchers. And despite the defensive pressure from Wall City, it's another point for Belgium.
Wow, that grab by one hand from the ref. I already thought, like, what is happening? Immediately turned around, shot it for Christoph, and Christoph came down with his 3rd point of the game, as you said, Tom. Wow. Remember, I think we had this conversation before the first game on Friday, and you asked, what do you think, which team will win the tournament? And most of you were like saying either Kuzma or Clapham, and I was the only one saying Moons.
Moons.
What do you think about the Moons now?
Well, I mean, I have to be hyper aware of your bias.
True, true. But I'm even wearing a Mooncatcher jersey.
You're even wearing a Mooncatchers jersey in the booth. But I have to say, this is one impressive side. If they can hold it together, then they are going to be a handful for any team that they play against. Some great results for them already this weekend. Beating Padova 14-7, beating Bora 15-7, and beating Free Speed 15-6 in their pool. And strong performance here against Wall City. One of the exciting teams, having won the Elite Invite tournament.
That was like a big surprise for most of the Ultimate players here in Europe, that Wall City took the trophy in Elite Invite in Bologna. I was surprised.
Shows anything can happen. Like you're saying, anything can happen in live sport. The 77 shirt now of Metzger has had a lot of disc in hand. A couple of throwaways from him in the game so far. But when you are touching the disc as often as he is, those are likely to happen. He's got the disc again, getting it back from Dickman. Much calmer from Wall City.
You can definitely see the pace of the game is a bit slowed down. You can feel the tiredness from the players.
Big gainer from Wolf. He got the pass back into the end zone, and that's so smooth from Wall City. They looked like they were kind of casually jogging around, but every now and again, an explosive cut, an accurate disc They can play some very, very smooth offense, but can they do enough of it in the remaining 16 and a half minutes they've got? They need to pull back this 4-point deficit.
Well, if we're looking at the stats and we see that Mooncatcher O-line have turned disc over only once, it's hard because Wall City's offense have turned it over 10 times.
It's a huge difference. And Wall City's defense haven't turned over, but they've barely had the disc.
Well, yeah, they generated one
turnover, so they've really not seen the disc.
It turned into a break.
That perfect conversion rate, 75% perfect conversions for Mooncatchers. So 6 of their 8 offensive possessions when they were on D, have gone in.
Well, it's still a huge part of the pull from Sofiane. Very good pulls from this guy. Moon's right on their back of their end zone starting this offense.
Yonkers now.
Hammer.
That's how you get across the top of a zone. There's a little bit of breeze out here, but it's not affecting play too much. It's a bit gusty and it's coming across the top of the trees. That one required very high levels of awareness. Ashinsky, and a great setup from him. An exchange of disc with Yonkers. Much better field position now. Spreads the play again right across to the far side of the field. Spappens. Yonkers on the edge of the end zone, a quick cut across the front from Demesmaker and catches it for the point. Mooncatchers with a clean hold.
Was it a lefty from the Raf side? Because you saw like 2 or 3 hammers from the Moons in this point, and I'm pretty sure Mooncatchers are one of the only teams known in Belgium for throwing scoobers, hammers, and some crazy throws. And so far, it's working so well for these guys. Let's see, it seems like they will have a pretty strong D-line as well. PA, the coach, is giving some final instructions for the guys.
So, all this coverage has been brought to you from Tom's Tourney by Ulti TV. Ulti TV is covering Ultimate around Europe and the world, and proud to be working with Tom's Tourney to bring you the action here. If you want to support the growth of the sport of Ultimate around Europe and around the world, then you can support Ulti TV directly on a monthly basis or a one-off basis by going to their Patreon account, Patreon Ulti TV in your search engine. You'll find all that. And we want to say thanks to Christoph, Steph, Martin, Sebastian, Daniel, and mostly to Marcel for their contributions to the Ulti TV Patreon.
In the meantime, what a big pull from Sofiane. They will start from the corner of the end zone.
He's landing it in, rolling out. Getting it across now. Metzger resets deep in the end zone.
That was a high grab in end zone.
Greenwald. Perfectly laid backhand down the line. Oloskif's high feet preventing the upline pass. He's got some work to do now to chase the fast cut of Dickman. But that disc is going to hang high in the air. A crowd of humanity gets up underneath, and between them there was enough hands on to prevent the disc coming down with anyone. A calm, casual chat is what we like to see. But that was a hospital pass.
It was definitely a hospital pass. But I think they will agree that it should be a turnover, because I think the collision was in between 2 Moon.
Here we go.
Moon players, mostly.
I mean, to me, Oloskis looked like he had the best position on the disc.
Yeah, and it seemed like the Dan number 2 from the Moon side just bumped into him. So that's a turnover, good spirit.
Yeah, it's great spirit from Wall City. There was a point that could be argued there, but ultimately the problem with that situation was the disc that had been thrown, and good position from Mooncatchers to get the block. High stall out, big disc across the field. Dandemal making sure, even in those situations, Oloskis looking so calm. He's tall, he's quick, he's like a wall of muscle.
Scuba time!
And he's got a big toolbox that he's not ashamed to dip into every now and again.
I wouldn't be surprised if he will bring out the high release as well.
Abel Tinch now, across to Damali. High grab, had to be from Bontempe. Looks downfield, opens up the arm. Orlovskis is the target. It's high, that's how Orlovskis likes it. And maybe a misread from Orlovskis there. Good pressure from Wall City, fishing him in early.
Well, you can see on one of the knees for Orlovskis, there's like this kinetic tape. He got some issue with one of his knees, so he said he's not feeling comfortable jumping from 1 feet. So mostly he's jumping from 2 feet in this tournament, so maybe that was the issue. But yeah, definitely a bit misread play by Orlovskis, because I have seen him coming down with even bigger discs.
Yeah, he's a defensive, a receiving monster. But
as he's saying, every time when he sees a disc up in there, in his mind it's like, I'm gonna get it. I love this guy.
Greenwald again, very, very active for Berlin. Metzger has also done a lot of work for the Wall City side. Nice exchange of discs up the line. Metzger receiving again. They've got it to halfway. Sends the big shots over the top. The wind is bobbling it. Dundemal chasing, but it's perfectly weighted into the hands of Andrew Delhassi.
And the score is 11-7. Still Mooncatchers ahead, but it's already a 4-point margin, so the Wall City's closing the gap, but I think we're approaching the last 10 minutes as well in the game, so Wall City is running out of time at this point.
If you are a student of the game, I very much enjoyed the pivot there from the handler. Stuck on the sideline.
Well, pretty much he threw the pass over everyone on the defense, but it was such a hard throw to put it right where he did it, right on the money, in the defender's back. So on defense, you can't do anything if the disc comes over your head. It's like you're there, but you can't do anything.
The positional play made very, very tricky.
It was very good throw, a hard one, especially in the wind, but very well executed play by the Wall City.
So still trailing by 4 with time running out. Wall City needing to get a block here, and that's not what's looking like happening again. Frede running free into the end zone. A fast disc finds him exactly what Wall City can't afford to let happen.
Matthew Mueller with another point. Crazy. Well, it seems like the deep shots for the Moons are just way too unpredictable. So many tall guys that could go deep and come down with the disc in the second floor.
12-7 the margin, and what started off with the 4 points in a row, 4 breaks in a row for Mooncatchers, and then another 2 breaks to take it to an 8-2 lead. Wall have had 1 back, but for the last 5 points we've kind of traded last 8 points we've had 3 turnovers in total, so a much cleaner second half to this game, Didzis.
Well, definitely we haven't seen that many turnovers in last 5-6 points. There have been maybe 2 or 3 turnovers only, so definitely much cleaner game. We haven't seen a zone from neither of the sides lately in last couple of points. All right, so Wall City's saying no. So maybe they will show their zone. Another big pull by Mooncatchers, but they will start from the start of the end zone. Nobody touched the disc, but the Mooncatchers have a very nice opportunity to set up their defense, and I wouldn't be surprised if this will end up with a Callahan. They already had two big catches in the end zone preventing the Callahan, but a thrower checked the wind, so should be okay.
Hartley Greenwald again, looking up the line. Great defense from the 19 shirt of Mooncatchers there. Foul is preventing the up the line shot. Wolf has to go high. Good exchange. This again, the Mooncatchers are within half a yard of every single one of these discs, thinking about bidding, and Greenwald opens up the arm, but that is nowhere near the end zone, just drifting out, and it's going to come all the way back here So many of the discs going through the hands of the 13 shirt, Hartley Greenwald. But he's not had the best game. Some mistakes.
As you previously said, the Mooncatchers are literally in a half a meter away from their matchup on offense. Most of these guys are high-flying bidders on defense, so I can clearly sense that the coach said no injuries, because that's the #2 goal of the tournament, no injuries. And yet the guys are just putting the pressure on the disc. I love it, I love it. If the game would be closer, you would probably see some guys flying around, but let's get back to the game.
5 minutes to go as Whitney Houston sounds across the Brugge fields here at Tourney. They take a lot of things seriously, but they're having a lot of fun running this event as well. Abel Tinch gets the disc down quickly. Oloskis goes back for the reset. Abel Tinch there as well. The Salaspils men connecting, and right when it was needed, Abel Tinch puts the disc across the top of the fingers for a timeout, and we get a chance to catch our breath.
It seems like there's a rule that in last 5 minutes you can't call a timeout. It seems like that's the issue, and
let's see a turnover
the stall count. Not clearly a turnover. It should raise up the stall count to like 5.
Oh, it's coming back in. Yeah, no timeout.
But it seems like the stall count is 0.
Oloskis working hard to get free, and a pick called downfield.
It probably didn't affect the play, so the disc will stay on Orlovskis.
Bontemp and Wolf having a very good battle. Aaron Wolf in the 62 shirt, again, seen an awful lot of the disc during this game.
This is one of the strongest D-lines for the Moons.
Oloskis, nice and flat, level, into space. Big pressure from Wall City, but Bontemp brings it down. Sofian Bontemp just claps the hand of the Ricky Heinrichs, who was on his shoulder the whole way down there. But nothing that Wall City can do can stop Mooncatchers right now, Didzis.
Well, nothing you can do against Orlovskis. His flick is just, it's out of this world. There is wind, there is no wind. This man will just throw it as far as he can. And these boys are just like, another one. I love it.
They're enjoying themselves out here, as are we. Tom Stiles alongside Didzis Maldaris, player from Latvia and Salaspils, which is where Oloskis and Tom Abel Tinch are also Latvian players. Played as part of the Latvian under-24 side in Heidelberg in 2019.
I think Tom's and Arvids, they have one of the biggest ultimate experience on like international scene I have ever seen on the people. These guys are like, I think Orlovskis is playing from like age 11 and he was already on the national roster for the youth squad, like maybe 150 tall guy with a long hair, but wow, he have developed so well. The same with Tom's. The work ethic for these two guys is just unreal.
Yeah, that'll go a long way in ultimate. Big high grab required from Wall City, sending it deep. The target man down there is Maturik, and he catches it in full flight and throws it behind him for a casual score. Still, the margin too big to come back at this point in the game.
I think it's like last 2 minutes.
Last 2 minutes, and with a mountain to climb. And
well, I think it's already too late to climb out of this hole.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way out at this point. Mooncatchers winning this one with ease, but Wall City, how do you get into the mindset of Wall City here? So you've gone to the first big tournament of the year, Elite Invite in Bologna, and you've beaten Lofoten on the home turf. Surprise package of the tournament, and everyone's looking at Wall City. They're amazing. They're going to be great. And here, they've lost to Lofoten's Red Bulls team. They've lost to Mooncatchers quite emphatically. How do they recover from that and still use this tournament as a building block for Cincinnati?
Well, I think the Bologna tournament Elite Invite for them was like a bit of a surprise, like for the most of the players. For example, I think for Clapham and Lofoten, that loss in Elite in White was way better than for the Wall City winning it. Because it opens your eyes as a club what you can do, but I think for them, they will just have to try to work on the stuff what was working previously, and what's not working in this tournament, they will just have to figure it out.
The wind picking up now quite strongly into our faces and slightly from the left. And that disc was going wild. It went straight over the top of Ref Yonkers. It was like, what was that? Well, maybe it wasn't intended for Ref at all. And Moon tidying up the point, Dan Damale.
John with a quick dish to the Matthew for the 14th point of the game, and it seems like that's the end of the game.
I think there's still a couple of minutes on the clock, is there not?
Well, okay,
no.
that's the signal. We will
signal.
play one more point. So will Mooncatchers finish it with a point cap? Or it will be 14-9. Make sure to leave a comment in the chat. What do you think? Don't be afraid. Smash that like button, subscribe as well, and make sure to leave some love for the community, guys.
Yeah, we do it for the growth of the sport, and the best thing we can do to help people understand how awesome Ultimate is to help the YouTube algorithm understand how awesome Ultimate is, and you can do that for free. Just click like. It's no problem at all. Do it now.
Use your mouse, finger, whatever device you're using. Click it, click it, click it. But be gentle, guys.
If you do want to support Ulti TV coverage a bit more, you can do that directly through Patreon, either through a direct one-off contribution or a regular monthly payment.
I love the pulls from Sophie, and they're so hard to catch, especially in the sun. And Wall City handlers are just waiting for the disc to drop, and most of the time roll out of the bounds.
Hartley Greenwald.
Scuba
opens up the space with the perfect disc. Very advanced throw in this win, but couldn't have landed in a more perfect spot. He does run that disc down, catches it in full stride.
Up the
Schlur up the line to Metzger, who gets a point at the end of this game. Worked very, very hard throughout, and sometimes thanklessly, Metzger, but he's got a score to go with his assist from earlier on. But it's the Mooncatchers that stomp forward with a direct advance into the quarterfinals here at Tom's Tourney. It's been quite a performance from the Belgians.
Indeed. I was expecting a good game from the Mooncatchers side, but the start of the game was way out of hands of the Wall City, and a strong start in these short games are definitely a big factor in end of the game. So Mooncatchers with a huge win over Wall City, 14-9, advancing straight to the quarterfinals, where the matchup is still not sure, but you can always go to the Tom's Tourney and check out the schedule. It was me, Didzy Smulders.
And I'm Tom Styles. We've got Yaka and Groot Ladies coming up for you right now on Tom's Tourney, on Ulti TV. Stay tuned all weekend, and we hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks, and goodbye from Belgium.
Much love, Visam Latvia.
Merci beaucoup. Ulti.tv